Join me as I explore Old Town Stockholm in Sweden. It's me, the travel bee. Let's explore in Sweden. Today I'm in Stockholm, Sweden, and my hotel is the Lord Nelson right here. It's on this main street, Västerlänggatan. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of window shopping here, check out some of the neat Swedish stores that they have. But yeah, this whole area is, during the day, a pedestrian walkway. So it's pretty cool. Oh, I really love these little colorful buildings and everything like that. It's very cool. So yeah, and then they have all the typical tourism kinds of stuff. They really like these trolls here everywhere. And then this is the main kind of tourism store items. So I'm just going to explore along the street for a few minutes. More of these little red trolls. They're gnomes. But yeah, a lot of the same stuff in each of the stores, but just to give you a flavor of what some of the style is here, and these little buildings as well, which are really cool. All right, so I'm going to walk along this pedestrian walkway and go find some of the central sites to see in Stockholm. So this is the main square, and these colorful buildings here are the ones in all of those shops that they're showcasing to buy little buildings based on this really colorful spot here in the main square. So those are cool. Definitely awesome. The other major building here is the Nobel Prize Museum. So that's pretty cool. You can see all those colorful buildings as I go around the square. Cool. There's a really nice courtyard here right beside the cathedral and heading toward the palace. So I'm just taking this little path because it really opens up ahead. And these older areas called the Gamla Stan, I think. I have to check if that's right. It looks like the square really opens up here near the palace, which seems to be a little bit under construction. But I'm gonna walk around here. There's a giant statue, and oh, there's the water, and across the water I can see the National Museum. That's cool. Well, this is a neat area for sure. Okay, so we've got Karl Johan, who is, I believe, the same king that's in front of the palace in Norway. But here I am in another central spot. This place I'm on, I believe, is an island. And then down there you can see the National Museum across the water. There's a whole bunch of other stuff over there, but I'm in the old section, so that's where I'm staying. And here is the side, or the front, of the palace, which is beautiful. And see, there's guards out front. But yeah, just a really nice square here with a lot of old and beautiful buildings. So I'm in this quite old section here called Gamla Stan. And I'm just going to explore a little bit more down the streets, down some of the narrow streets. It's very, you have to be very careful to watch your step in here because it can be a little bit treacherous for me. But it's pretty cool. Looks like I'm back in a more touristy area again, but I just want to show these beautiful handicrafts that are very nice here in this display. Back there. It's cool. There's lots of really nice handmade. They love the horses here. There's so many wooden horses everywhere. It's really cool. Nice. was just saying how wooden horses were very popular here, and here's a little wooden horse museum. Just gonna take a quick look from the outside here. So we have found this really nice restaurant. Looks like I'm the first person here, which is pretty cool because it's just lunchtime now. But I have limited time today, so I need to make the most of it. I just saw a sign here that said this was the cell of the King's Slayer. So I wanted to take a look at this. That's pretty cool. I don't know if this is true, but it's interesting. Here's a really cool fountain that's in the central square here. It's not going to shoot water out at me. Still wandering in Old Town, and you see this really beautiful steeple here. So it's a different church than the one I've been to. Now I'm heading down another section. It's very good that these are pedestrian-only streets because there's no way I would be able to go on here if there were cars also. So just gonna keep touring around, see what there is to see in this section that I haven't been in yet. Okay, I've arrived at Martin Trotsigsgrand, which is Stockholm's smallest street. So I'm gonna go and head in, and I can see what they mean. This is very small, and you have to just make your way through. Here's a look at it before it gets crowded with people. You can see the narrow street. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through. It's pretty cool. It really is quite narrow. And you have to watch your step also, because it's narrow and uneven. So there, I've officially walked the most narrow street in Stockholm. This section is kind of cool. It has a bit of a different look to it than the other streets I've been in. Sort of two levels of street together. And then I go back to the very busy pedestrian area up ahead. This is where the pedestrian area ends, and you can see across this bridge is the rest of Stockholm, not the Old Town. Here, see there's a sign that says hometown. So, not sure exactly if that's what it's known as, but yeah, I pretty much was able to enjoy, there's a train going by, being in this old section, all pedestrian, all that way. So that's where I'm gonna stay for this visit to Stockholm. I've spent my final Swedish dollars on a pastry and a cup of tea. So I'm just gonna relax at this little cafe for a little bit. So that's my tour around the Old Town in Stockholm. Thanks for watching. May you see the world and love it.